Hello everybody, my name is Melissa Duran. I'm a student from UNED. I'm taking the course Didáctica del inglés. In this video, I will respond questions about the different methods and aspects involved in an English class, diverse teaching techniques, and strategy to use with young learners. What teacher's role would I prefer to use in an EFL classroom? The role that I would like to use is a good model of imitation, directing and controlling the language of my students, with a teacher-student interaction in order to produce learning. I like to pay close attention to my students while they are doing exercising or activities. In that way, I can handle situations properly. Which method do I prefer? I deeply prefer the audiolingual method. It's known as the Michigan method. I prefer it because it's more focused in an spoken and oral communication. Also, I prefer because it sounds an excellent idea to me that memorization, imitation, and repetition technique. Also, languages has finite numbers of patterns. Patterns help students to form habits. Drill and patterns are great strategies. Next question would be, what error connection strategy would I favor most and why? I would rather, as a teacher, correct errors immediately because error may cause bad habit formation. And remember that audiolingual method is based on habits. And students need to overlearn that target language, which means using that language automatically with repetition. In this next question about grouping strategies, I consider grouped to mix skill levels because students learn well when they have different skill. They can mix it, they can talk together and see what his partner is better than him or vice versa. Additional to this, you can make sure that advanced or stronger students are intermediately with other students. It's like a group strategy that sounds better to me. They can do activities like question and answer, dialogue memorization, as in the book says in the author Diane Larson, Freeman, and Marty R. Anderson. Grammar is free, is no rules. What I want to mean, I want to use the quote that the author said, explicit rules are not provided. A student will acquire grammar by being exposed to patterns through mechanical drills. This is what we were studying in the book for all this course. I want to use a quote that says, explicit rules are not provided. Students acquire grammar by being exposed to patterns through mechanical drills. This quote is from the book by Diana Freeman and Marty Anderson. Another grouped strategy that I would like to use in my classroom is grouped for classroom is management. We as a teacher know those friends who are more likely get off task than to create a quality product. I would prefer pre-assigned groups and make sure students who need to be separate are kept apart, are completely separated. What are three types of activities that I would like to develop in my future teaching? My favorite activities are chain drills. I like it because students learn vocabulary through dialogues. Another activity that I like is to complete dialogues. I will select some words from a dialogue, then erase it, and then ask a student to find the missing word. And finally, a grammar activity, a grammar game. In this next question is said that what type of classroom would I prefer and describe it. All right. I would like to have a class with great lights. It will be better for me if the lights are natural. Also with ventilation. I would prefer natural ventilation. No fans, just natural. Also, for me, it's a must to have technology in my classroom. I want to summarize Diane Larson Freeman and Marty Anderson that they said that technology provides learners with great access to the target language. So for me, it's a must to have technology in my class. Well, last but not least, the last question is what type of materials I would like to use. I would like to use, well, remember that I said that I like to audio-lingual strategy method. So I like the mostly dialogues, but focus on the acquisition of patterns. But also I will use tapes, recordings, visual aids, video films, pictures. Also, I would like to have a textbook because I need some dialogues, so the textbook will help me. But it is really important to me to always consider the multiple intelligence of my students. I like to mention Garner in his book in 2006. He said students or people in general, we have 8 intelligence. There are visual, spatial, logical, mathematical, musical, intrapersonal, interpersonal, kinesthetic, verbal, and naturalistic. So I have to mix my materials with my students and with her intelligences. But it has been a nice presentation. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can share my video in YouTube. I gonna leave the link. So have a nice day and learning English.